Aquí no se duerme.
We're here, you've made it. You could have skipped this video, you could have clicked on 1,000 other ones, but you did it. And for that, I want to welcome you to the best podcast in the world. Bienvenido a tu nueva plataforma favorita. This is
Hablando Loud.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Pow, 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 pow. I'm your host, William H. Body. Please don't forget the body. And this man to the left of me is the most interesting man in the world, Mr. Walker, New York, Mr. Como Va, Como E. Definition of a never-ending hangover, Brugaly.
Estamos aquí.
Oh, let's do it, baby. Welcome to Hablando Loud. This will be your favorite podcast, I promise you. Today, we're going to get into talking about the fact that we are Latino American and being Dominicans growing up in America. How you feel about that, Brugaly? What you got to say? Let's give the world something to talk about.
Vamos a hablar de comida, de música y de lo que tú quieras también. Pero vamos a
hablar de la comida. Vamos a hablar de la comida. Como you brought that up, vamos a hablar de la comida. I'm proud to be Dominican because of the food. I'm going to tell you just like that. Our food is so good that fast food in my house wasn't allowed. That was a reward. Eso era, si te porta bien, te compro Madonna.
A mí, si hay un party, ahí, Pipo, se me cayó. Si hay un party, ahí es que hay Madonna, en el party.
Tú no me comías Madonna when there was a birthday party in McDonald's.
Party in Madonna.
So that's the only time you ate McDonald's.
That's it.
I only ate McDonald's to keep it a buck with you when I did good in my report card. So when I did good in my report card, or when I used to sometimes stay over my dad's house on the weekend.
Que te decía, oye,
but besides that, bro, fast food, lo que era de que chinito, eso era un mal día que mami decía de que I don't want to cook today, pidan chino. Pero besides that, bro, we eating good food every single day. The food has always been a big part of me understanding like where my family comes from and the tradition, all the flavors and the seasons. And like I used to try to explain to other kids when I was growing up in school, like, yo, my food is better than your food. I'll tell you this much. I remember when they used to do like school parties and everybody had to bring a tray.
You always had to bring that same tray.
Nah, everybody was going crazy. When my mom used to make that barbecue chicken.
No. Pero tú vas a traer eso, otra vez.
Yo, to the point where even the teachers were saying, like, yo, your mom gonna bring the barbecue chicken again? That's how crazy. That's how crazy it was. And also, like, us growing up with both, you see, like, everyone always separates the cultures of it being like, oh, either you Spanish or you American. Us growing up being both, we growing up in the midst of it. So, of course, I'm gonna want fast food. Of course, I'm gonna want McDonald's or Burger King or any of the other stuff that they show on TV or some fried chicken. But I grew up understanding that that food was only good once in a while, or maybe when you was in a rush, because there was always food in the house. Yo le decía a mami, quiero eso. No, mira, muchacho, ellos hay comida en la casa.
No, mami decía, hay Madonna en la casa, olvídate.
No, and to make sure, like, that was the most important thing, too, in my house, was that fridge was full. That fridge was barely empty. Thank God that I was able to grow up lucky enough to have that fridge full. Eso era, mira, ¿cómo yo voy a comprar Madonna si yo hice compra? You understand?
Pues tú no me ayudaste, ya llévala.
Ya lo sabe, bro. So that's a very big part in us being who we are. And even all my friends that don't speak Spanish, they love Dominican food.
Of course. They always, yo, when your mom gonna cook? When your mom gonna cook again, bro?
Ya lo sabe, bro. So that's one of the main things that we can say that solidifies our Latin side. And not saying that, you know, as we got older we didn't try different foods, because I love Asian fusion food. I love Thai food. I love like eating Italian food. And
I love pasta.
I love pasta too. So after you grow up and you're able to, you know, choose what you want to eat on your own, you start to discover all these foods. But something always brings me back. Like, if I don't eat rice, I haven't ate.
Pero
I feel like I haven't ate. Like, yo tengo que comer arroz obligado.
You need that. You
obligado.
You need that.
The days that I don't eat rice, que yo como de que porquería, de que un sándwich o una papita frita.
Oye, en la mañana rice, tú necesitas ese 3 golpes, tú lo necesitas.
Nah, I mean, sometimes, not all the time.
Pues te doy yo el golpe a ti entonces.
It's too heavy. It's too heavy for me sometimes. Eso yo me lo meto después de que te está bebiendo.
Tell the people that don't know what a 3 golpe is.
Oh yeah, if you don't know what a 3 golpe is, let me explain to you what that is. That's green plantains boiled and mashed up. So like a puree of green plantains with fried Dominican cheese, fried Dominican salami, and fried eggs. Huevo frito, salami frito, queso frito, y mangú. Mangú is like a plantain puree and is amazing. If you never had it, go to your local Dominican restaurant and tell them to give you a 3 golpe. That means the 3 hits.
Yeah, and it's going to hit you right in the stomach because you're going to be full the whole day.
and then we were used to eating stuff like that. Y después me bajaba un morir soñando. On top of that. And I was like 8. I was 8 years old, metiéndome un 3 golpe and then un jarro de morir soñando. Morir soñando is a Dominican juice as well. It's orange juice mixed with regular milk and evaporated milk.
After the morir soñando, you cannot move.
You're in a coma. You're in a food coma for sure.
That's why they call it morir soñando.
Sure. You're in a food coma for sure.
Tell them what it translates in English.
Morir soñando.
Morir soñando means dying while you're dreaming. Yeah, die dreaming.
So you're
morir soñando. Like I died when I was dreaming, nigga. This altura that you Yeah, man. So yeah, we here for the culture. Another thing that we could touch on to help you understand what we mean by us simultaneously living in the culture is music. Music is a big part of our culture, our tradition. We grow up in the household basically listening to Spanish music only to like we're like in kindergarten or first grade.
Espérate. Nosotros bailábamos pila.
Of course.
The party that the family used to fucking throw all the
Eso
fucking
era,
time.
si tú no bailabas, tú eres un pariguayo.
Hey.
You want to tell them what a pariguayo is?
Pariguayo. The one that goes and doesn't dance, don't do nothing.
And he just watches the party. He's a party watcher. Entonces, antes cuando tú eras chiquito te decía, mira, ponte a bailar. Si tú no bailas, tú eres un pariguayo. And you there like that, contemplating your life. Like, damn, I'm going to be a pariguayo. Like, you 4 or 5 years old. And
in front of your family.
And you nervous to dance. They used to tell you, yo, dance with that little girl over there. I'm going to give you $1. That's the only way that will get you to dance. Yo, te voy a dar un peso.
Yo, que baile. When they used to tell you that.
And the music that we grew up listening to is merengue, typical Dominican music, merengue, bachata, salsa. And as we grow up here, going to school with friends that aren't Spanish and listening to the radio, watching TV, because the TV we watch is English. Yeah, we might watch. There's only like, in New York, we grew up with only 2 Spanish channels,
which is
Univision and Telemundo.
47.
And we would only watch either novela or the noticia. It felt like they gave noticia the whole day because every time you put that channel, it was either the noticia or the novela. So that's what we grew up with in the household. And as we growing up and we meeting new friends and people from different backgrounds and different cultures, and we listening to the radio and we listening to what's popular and pop music and hip hop.
That's when we used
house
to
music.
started doing the tape recorders.
Bro, I knew that you used to know every Backstreet Boys song.
Nah, never that.
Because you knew that was the most popping right there.
Nah.
Come on, you knew. So let me see if you don't know this one. Everybody.
Rock your body.
So what you mean never? What you mean never? When I know that everything that our friends would listen to in school, we would listen to at home too.
Fact.
But at the same time, not forgetting of the bachata and the salsa and the merengue. On Sundays, it was, the weekend. Let me not say just Sundays, but Saturday and Sundays was cleaning time in my house. I grew up with an older sister, so I'm gonna keep it up. My only chores was botar la basura and to recoger my room. But I didn't do no other chores for that. So le tocaba la hermana mía, Gina. Thank you a lot for that, because you handle all the chores in the house. My mom used to always play old boleros, which are like love songs in Spanish. Merengue clásico. The main one
was Ana Gabriel, bro.
Salsa, Ana Gabriel, yeah, that's boleros. Ana Gabriel, los Bukis. Un saludito ahí a Marc Antonio Solí. El dúo Pimpinela. I remember all of those. And then you're there like, damn, when is this shit gonna end? Turn this shit off. But then when you get older, you learn to appreciate those songs.
Of course.
Because it brings you back to a time where you had no worries. And now you can relate to them because you're older and you're going through the stuff that they're saying in those songs.
It's not even that. It's that there's some songs that are old that you listen to and you be like, yo, how do I know this song?
It's like subconsciously in your brain. Bow. You heard it so much when you were little that you actually learned it. So that's how we keep the tradition of our music.
Facts.
And our music has come a long, long way. Like hip hop has inspired a lot of different genres and different cultures and different languages to do their version of hip hop, and the same way we've done ours with Spanish. And we have what's called Spanish rap, but our main genre when it comes to it being more urbanized is the reggaeton. And reggaeton has really gone through the roof from where it started with playero and regular. We would do all the Spanish artists before the rappers that would do reggaeton. They would rap over like reggae beats. And that's why it was called.
And now reggaeton. The pow, they rap over our shit what we used to listen to. You feel me?
Yeah, of course. Now they rap over our beats too. Yeah. That's how popular Latin music has become. So before it would be like I would go to school and I would be listening to, like, let's say we had a school trip or something and I had my CD player and I would be listening to like bachata or something in my headphones, because I would have like a mixed CD and everybody would be like, yo, what are you listening to? What is that? Till now, the average American person knows who Romeo Santos is. They know who's Aventura.
They know the Bad Bunny.
You know, and not only that, the impact that we've made with artists like a Bad Bunny, Ozuna, El Alfa,
Mike Towers,
Mike Arcángel, like those artists that have become so impactful now that people that don't speak Spanish know their songs. They might not know what the songs are saying unless they Google it, but they learn the lyrics, they learn the songs.
Even if they don't know it, they try to sing it because they like it. You feel me?
They connect to it, definitely connect to it. And Bad Bunny has just taken it to a different stratosphere. He's the hottest artist in the world right now. Like, and he's super young. He and now is obviously different than before, because before you had to sell physical copies, and we're in a digital in a digital era now. So it's easier to get the product to the masses. But he has done in a short period of time is insane. Like, you can look across the board, I'll say rock music, country music, hip hop, pop, and what he has done in the amount of time that he's done it is historic. He's keep breaking records. He has the biggest tour of the year so far, and every time one of his projects drop, it's contagious.
He dropped 2 albums in 1 year, bro.
He did that too during the pandemic.
Look at that. That shows you that.
That shows you the dedication, the grind, and the influence that that he has. And not only that, but I also wanna big up and salute the Latin community and how we support each other and how we come together to show the power that we have when we decide to support something together and go behind something. Definitely. Because the numbers that he's doing is insane. He has 5 songs on his Un Verano Sin Ti album that each have over 500 million streams. 5 songs on the same project that have over 500 million streams, and he already was like at 5 billion streams by July. So that like everyone now is just like trying to catch up. Either they want to see why is he doing the numbers that he's doing,
how is he,
and all the labels are also searching for the next Bad Bunny. Now everybody wants who's gonna be the next one. Everybody wants to come into the Latin market, and they want to invest. They want to look for the next artist that will possibly get to the level that Bad Bunny's in.
You gotta get bigger than that because you gotta beat him. If
you don't have to beat him, as long as you get close and do something similar to what
Kanye's trying to do right now.
I mean, yeah, he's not. I mean, he's trying to compete with him. He said that's his competition. You understand? Kanye was on the Drink Champs interview, and he mentioned that none of the rappers are his competition anymore. Like that when they're there in the studio and they have on the draw board and they looking at clips of Bad Bunny,
we gotta see
performing
what this guy is doing.
Like, how is he selling out these stadiums? And that's where our impact has gone. And you could cross it over even to product. Bad Bunny has a Cheetos deal, a Corona deal. He's like all over TV. He's done movies already. He has a sneaker collab.
He sets the trend.
Exactly. He's definitely setting the trend.
Are people really eating more Cheetos because of Bad Bunny?
I see. To be honest with you, I see all the little Spanish kids with the flaming hot Cheetos now.
And remember, that flaming hot Cheetos went at Doritos for calling themselves flaming.
we got fucking chip companies beefing with each other.
Yeah, man, you already know how that goes. But it shows our influence in the culture and how much of an impact the Latin community is making right now and how much of a buzz. I also want to touch on real quick that even artists from here, from New York, we have a whole movement called Norte. And there's a few artists in that movement right now that are really doing their thing. Shout out to the pioneers of that movement, Messia, Taligoya, Lito Quirino.
From the hood,
We got a superstar on our hands right now in the part of the movement, Doba Montana. I'm part of that home base. That's my camp. And he's doing things right now that people thought that we weren't gonna be able to do. But it's showing in the numbers that we can support our own superstars and our own artists and our own actors. Like even now on TV, there's more representation. There's more comedians as well coming up that are from Dominican descent.
That's definitely.
Shout out to them. Shout out to y'all. Keep working. A lot of the influencers on the gram that are very popular are also from Latin communities, and we really holding it down. I guess we repping for us, not just Dominicans, because we are Dominican, but we repping for, como dice Mega J, Colombia, Nicaragua, Peru, Paraguay, Mexico, Argentina, Ecuador.
Todo que estamos en toa, menos en misa. Porque si estamos en misa, no estamos ganando
and
nada.
Us as Dominicans have grown too, thanks to la música de Dembow. Aunque allá en el país quieran decir que esa música es ratrería. Pero gracias al Dembow hemos llegado a sitios donde gente ni sabía qué es lo que era un dominicano.
Para que sepa.
El Alfa está metido feo en países internacionales, en países de Sudamérica, en países que ni hablan español. Ellos saben quién es el Alfa, el jefe. Y eso nos ha llevado a nosotros a tener otra representación. que no sea nada más la pelota.
No,
because to be honest with you, the world knew us on the stage of baseballs. Definitely. They knew, oh, those are Dominicans. They come from some little island there, and they're really good at playing baseball.
Because they eat mango.
So now we have other options. We have Dominicans in comedy. We have Dominicans in movies. We have Latinos doing music. Shout out to Puerto Rico and Colombia. They really hold it down when it comes to the reggaeton too. And we have Latinos in fashion. We have Latinos that are leaving a mark, that not only are they doing well for themselves and successful, but they're opening doors. They're knocking down those barriers that weren't there. They're making those opportunities that we didn't have before.
That's because there's more love nowadays. Everybody tries to support each other. Back in the days, people just try to step on their own feet.
Look how big.
Become something.
How you just mentioned that Kanye said that his only competition right now at the moment is Bad Bunny. So you can see how big we've gotten. And speaking about Kanye, shout out to Kanye, one of my favorite artists ever. I believe that he's a genius. I believe that no one should be ashamed to speak their mind and give their opinion, and that we're all grown enough to agree to disagree. If he feels a certain way about certain things, I feel like that shouldn't change the fact that we look at him in a different light. Yeah, of course, some of the things that he might say may offend others, but I feel like it's the same thing as when someone's reporting the news and they're speaking about what they feel about what's going on, and nobody comes for them. You understand what I'm saying?
And they might even be telling a lie.
He's very, very controversial. A lot of things have been going on currently with Kanye. Formerly known as Kanye West. His new name is Ye, so let's stick true to that.
Yeah.
One day we're going to have Ye on Hablando Loud. You can come over here. We're going to speak about everything. His dad actually is starting a water conservation program in Dominican Republic.
Look at that.
That's how cool Kanye is. And to me, he is one of my influences. I've been listening to Kanye since his first album, and even before that, because he's one of the main reasons Jay-Z's albums after The Blueprint was so well produced and put together. And I just want to say, like, the influence he has right now is amazing, because he stopped the attention for Paris Fashion Week, which is something very, very big every year that lasts about a month, and all the big fashion houses get to put on display their next collections. And just with one T-shirt, he took all the attention away from them.
Just because of the way he thinks and produces,
of course,
stops everything.
It stops everything. Not only does it stop everything, he shows the power that he has, and the power that we could one day all have. Because what he's doing is showing that, okay, this is the agenda. This is what they have going on for the next couple of weeks. I'm gonna show you that with one T-shirt, I can stop all that. I can stop all of that and take away all the attention from their narrative and push it towards mine. Him wearing a all white lives matter T-shirt, he explained it that it's not just saying that black lives don't matter. It's not him going against the fact or the opinion that others may have of him thinking that black lives don't matter. He's talking about just Black Lives Matter, the organization, and how he feels that they scammed the people out of their money, and that they were front line for all these cases and all these things that were happening to black people in America. But when it came down to it, that money didn't really go to those people at all. Everybody's mad at him now for saying what he said about George Floyd as well.
But the thing is...
Espérate, para los que no están viendo, que no saben inglés, ojalá Ron tenga suficiente subtitle para poner abajo, para explicárselo.
Suficiente.
Vaseline, bro. Like,
pero si no...
A whole show subtitle. Nah, nigga. You wild, and they gonna have to learn, bro.
Pero si no...
Speak of that English really quick.
Déjame decírtelo de una vez, de un pronto.
Speaking de inglés.
De la forma de la influencia y del impacto que Kanye West, que ahora se llama Ye, tiene, y de la forma que él está usando ese poder para poder atraer la atención a lo que él quiere decir y él quiere empujar. So, él no solamente se puso, sino produció una camisa para el show de moda de él en París que decía la vida blanca importan, porque en América hay un movimiento que se llama Black Lives Matter, que significa toda la vida negra importa para los que son afroamericanos y que han tenido que bregar con injusticia aquí en el país. Él quiso hacer esa ese t-shirt y ponérselo para quitarle la atención a lo que es la semana de moda en París, que es algo muy grande todos los años. Y ahora le están mandando fuego. Le están mandando sus raplemazos, que tú no puedes decir eso porque tú eres negro.
Oye.
Y él le respondió con, my baby mama's white. How you gonna tell me why like so much?
Nah, pero mira, lo sacaron de Gap.
No lo sacaron. Él terminó el contrato con Gap.
Ok.
Él terminó el contrato con Gap because él se sentía como que ellos pusieron algunos ejecutivos en posiciones a hacer decisiones del diseño
no
y cuando van a salir debe de tener el poder y la decisión de hacer eso él solo. So él no iba con nada de eso, and that's why he decided to break ties with them, because of the people that they put there don't know more about the fashion and the product than him.
But can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Right? You don't think that he has enough money to do his own thing?
I mean, he has it now, but you got to understand, this is what he meant when he said, Sway, you don't have the answer, Sway. What Sway was telling him to do it on his own. You can't do it on your own. Understand that when you're starting a project and you are looking at something that's going to be bigger than you, that you're going to leave to the world and you're going to want people to understand and actually appreciate forever, it cannot be done alone. You need a team and you need the resources.
That's true.
The resources that he was talking about before that he didn't have wasn't money.
Listen.
It wasn't money. He was talking about having the power to be able to do it. There's a lot of people with money that don't have the ideas, that they're not creative, they're not innovative. And they use that money and they invest it in someone else to be able to make money. But what he was saying before wasn't that he didn't have the money to do it, that he couldn't do it alone. Is that him doing it alone was gonna lead to him failing. Yeah, so what he did was intern. He interned at some of these fashion. He interned at Fendi. He interned at if I'm not mistaken, at Dior, I think, in the beginning. And he did it for free. He worked and he met these people. All those name drops and everybody that he be naming,
bro.
Start Googling them so you can see who he's talking about. Yeah, and that's what he did. And not only networking, but building these relationships. He didn't have the factories. Yeezy became Yeezy, and he says it, yes, it's because of Adidas. Adidas had the connections to the factories. So in the fashion world, lo que es la moda, todo el mundo tiene las conexiones. No todo el mundo tiene las conexiones, solamente la compañía grande, porque tú puedes hacer algo en una factoría que no te salga igual de la calidad.
Claro que no.
Y tú puedes hacer algo en una de las factorías de grande que te va a salir exactamente como tú lo tienes en la cabeza.
Claro.
So that's really what he meant about that. But hopefully, Ye's in the right state of mind and he gets his point across, and that people understand that he can have different views. He's allowed to.
But that's why we all humans, bro. We could think the way that we could think, and people could just be like, okay, that's the way he think. Let him be.
And yeah, you don't have to agree with how I feel about certain things. You don't have to agree about what I feel about certain things, but you can. That doesn't mean that you gotta dislike me because you don't agree with how I think or how I feel.
Facts.
I want to welcome you guys to a segment that's gonna happen on every episode. Right here next to me, I have the alcohol expert, Mr. Brugaly, the never-ending hangover, and this segment is Brugaly's Bottle.
So
what bottle we have today, my boy?
Tenemos un Don Julio añejo. ¿Tú sabes por qué? Porque reposado no lo tienen.
Hoy estamos bebiendo añejo porque no había reposado. Oye, hay una demanda demasiado grande y no hay suficiente reposado en Nueva York.
Oye,
los que lo estén viendo de otro estado, manden reposado para acá. Oye, que we're gonna give you a shout out.
Yo lo que lo voy a demandar a ustedes por no tenerlo, ¿eh? Están pasados.
Oye, we're gonna leave the address where to send the reposados. If you're in a different state and you got it in your liquor store, send that
over
to us,
here.
please, because we don't have right now.
So,
there's a shortage on Don Julio Reposado. So Brugaly's bottle of the day is
un tequilita de añejo Don Julio, por si acaso.
Háblanos del sabor primero.
Espérate. El sabor es bacano. Es the aftertaste que...
¿Qué sabor es ese? What flavor is that, bacano? Ron, you know what flavor is bacano?
Bacano? Bacano's a flavor? I thought it just always meant cool. I've never heard that.
Diablo, pero...
I mean, bacano is...
It means good. It means
Yeah,
good. It means good.
It's bacano.
Okay, the
It's
flavor is
just the
bacano. What else?
aftertaste.
How do you feel? The price is
No,
$85.
The price up right now?
Is it inflation?
It's inflation.
It's inflation on...
Because they know that there's no reposado and people are gonna go for the añejo, so they put the price up on the añejo too.
How much is it normally?
Listen,
I think it was 70.
The
añejo was
the
70.
añejo is the same price as the reposado. But how you go from 70
to 85?
So no, matado tuyo de que nací con esto.
So the price $80. How you feel about the price? Good or bad?
No, it's the worst. It's not even about being bad.
It's the flavor, el
So,
sabor.
The flavor
Tabacano.
it's the aftertaste. The
Tabacano.
aftertaste be like, pow, nigga.
Oh, like you drinking liquor.
No.
That's what the aftertaste is like. Pow, you're drinking. It's liquor you're drinking.
Yeah, but you know, you called me earlier, the drinker, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I drink reposado, it doesn't
do that
taste.
to you. Okay, I get it.
And,
So,
and
del precio no te gusta. Del sabor está bacano.
y tal vez me levanto medio raro.
Tal vez. Hey, wait. Hey, shout out to the Pride community. Hey, that's not what he meant.
Pero medio raro como...
Medio raro, ¿cómo?
Adiós, con dolor de cabeza y una vaina.
No vengas para acá medio raro.
Oye, estamos hablando loud, bájale algo.
Déjame saber ahora, el precio no te gustó.
No me gustó
el
el
sabor
precio.
bacano. What else? What about the
Aftertaste,
bottle?
no
The
bueno.
bottle itself, the design of the bottle.
The design of the bottle te da como una chata.
Okay.
Una chata, la que no tiene culo.
Pero arriba, grande
arriba, pero chiquita abajo.
And what about the humo? The humo that this give you.
The humo that this
Explain
give
to the
you
people
is
what type of humo is gonna give you.
You drink it slow. This one you drink it slow, but you might wake up slow too. If you wake up fast, you might drop.
Thank you, Brugaly, for the best alcohol reviews. Tune in. Episode 2, we'll have a different bottle. We'll be reviewing Brugaly's bottle. That's the segment of every episode.
Es mentira.
And any liquor sponsors, feel free to hit us up, man. We open and working with anybody right now, but we're gonna need that check. For now, we're gonna give you a little promo.
Why not? For free. Send
I
that
want to thank
reposado.
everyone that tuned in. Make sure you subscribe, turn on that little bell, that bing, comment, like, share. We need at least 300-400 comments in this video, please. We would love that. Share it to everybody. Make sure your mom watched this.
Make sure everybody in the
before
family
we get out of
does.
here, I want to give you guys my last word. I want you guys to keep tuning in. Make sure that you keep us, in mind. Follow the Instagram at Hablando Loud. Shout out to the producer, Ron. My boy Ron. Not to be confused with Ron Jeremy. He's in the building. He's the one with the sound effects, the lights, the camera, the microphones, the ice bucket. Me and Brugaly just show the fuck up.
Yo, Ron, you're best.
On a serious note, though, here's my last word. I want to make sure I leave you guys with a little something to think about before we get out of here. So when you tune back in, you're interested in what we have to say. As we know, Russia and Ukraine are at war right now. I want to send out all the blessings and
to all the families.
I pray that God protect each and every one of those people that are part of a war they have nothing to do with, but now have to survive. So they have to fight to make sure they keep on living. And for me, my last word of the day is freedom. To me, freedom right now is the peace of mind to still have the liberty to be doing a podcast while other people are going through a war and maybe may not have nothing to eat, nothing to drink. And the fact that we're able and have the liberty to be sharing our views and ideas and thoughts with the entrepreneur ambitions of wreaking the potential monetary benefits from talking shit, you know, while so much, you know, is going on in the world and others don't share that same freedom. Blessed to be here. Cheers.
Salud, Ron.
This is episode 1. And just remember, you got something to say it loud. Hablando Loud, we checking out.
Porque si no te quedes callado, yao.
Finally, we got through episode 1.
Pero ponen un bling 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 blam bling 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 bling.